A university student says she's being discriminated against because her hometown is where the coronavirus outbreak started.
How would you like the chance to win $100,000? A UMN sophomore had the chance to compete in the 2020 Jeopardy College Championship.
We're coming off a pretty cold week, but what weather can we expect this weekend?
The College of Design hosts its annual fashion show with the theme Amplified. 16 seniors showcase their work. University Report starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to University Report. I'm Paige Freeman.
And I'm Jacob Gustin. Since the coronavirus outbreak, some Asian communities around the world and here on campus are experiencing something more than just the physical disease. Andrew Hong talked to one student from Wuhan, China, to learn more.
This video was taken in France and uploaded on Twitter, saying, "Stay away from the coronavirus." The trend continues around the world. In response, #I'mNotAvirus has been gaining support, but is Minnesota free of this trend? This is Lorraine Lee from Wuhan.
It's my first time here to be discriminated.
Okay.
Like in 2 years, I was walking down the street. Women were in the car and they were yelling at us and they were swearing, like saying those bad words and gave us the finger.
There's one more twist.
I don't really know how to start this because we got this from our friends, Chinese friends. I work for Chinese Student Association, so our president, before the first meeting this semester, and he said in the group chat, he said, people who come from Wuhan don't have to come to our first meeting. Just stay at home.
So Lorraine did her part to assure her friends in the US.
We are very responsible people too. Like when I first heard about the news, like the epidemic broke out, I was already in America. So I tried to stay at home for 2 weeks,
Dave Golden from Boynton Health has something to say about that.
I will say this, a lot of students that we have met from China, from Wuhan in particular, they've been very concerned about infecting others. Not so much about themselves and being sick, but very concerned about infecting others. And everybody's getting the same guidelines for being at risk. Appearance doesn't matter.
If they can understand how we're going through, what we are going through. Like, I think students from Wuhan, we are the saddest in this whole thing because we are worried about family back home. We cannot live as we used to here. So
Lorraine is still an outsider in her student group. She hopes the epidemic will go away soon, not only the virus, but also the fear that has spread beyond the disease itself. Andrew Hong, University Report.
Dave Golden from Boynton's Health Communication Department stressed that the university is prepared for any emergency incident that could occur here. He is considering sending a message to warn about discrimination against the Asian community on campus.
You might be starting to see reminders of the upcoming 2020 census. But how does that work? Do you count here on campus or in your hometown? There's real money at stake. So, are students straight on all of that?
Oh, absolutely not. I don't think anyone's informed around here. Unless people who are actually care about that stuff, but I feel like the general population.
Absolutely not. I know I got a flyer to my apartment today, though, about the census, so they're trying.
Census officials say all students must be counted according to where they are on April 1st, not according to their hometowns. That includes international students. They should not be counted by their parents at their permanent addresses. Where there are 2 or more roommates, only one person should fill out the census form. Students who live on campus are automatically counted by the university. For every uncounted student, the state could lose almost $3,000 in federal student loans and Pell Grants. By the way, the Census Bureau is still looking for student workers, and pay starts at $25 an hour.
The trivia game show Jeopardy recently announced the contestants for its 2020 college championship, including one of the university's own. Ruby Guthrie finds out how the sophomore went from gopher to game show contestant.
This is Jeopardy!
Nabir Sarma didn't grow up watching Jeopardy. His fascination with the show is far more recent.
My friends and I started, I think, a couple months ago or maybe last year, just looking at old Jeopardy episodes and reading the questions to each other just in sort of a trivia for fun kind of thing.
Sarma became so interested that he drove to St. Louis to audition for the show last November. It wasn't until just last month that he got the call.
And I immediately knew what it was. I just turned to my brother and I'm like, this is it. Because I had told my whole family, of course, that I had gone to audition for the show, and I was just really excited. I was literally shaking when receiving the phone call.
2 weeks later, Sarma flew to Los Angeles to film the show. Sarma says he didn't do much to prepare. You either know it or you don't.
I wasn't really that interested in doing a bunch of studying beforehand, mostly because I know that, especially on Jeopardy, the main thing is just being fast on the buzzer.
Quick thinking can pay off. The winner of the college championship gets $100,000. What would Sarma do with the prize money?
Probably spend a little bit on myself, maybe buy a saxophone. I don't currently know how to play saxophone, but I'd like to learn. But most of it would be towards like boring stuff like saving for retirement or whatever, actually being financially responsible.
Win or lose, Sarma returns to Minnesota with a memorable experience and a new bond with his fellow contestants. Some might argue that's the best prize of all. Ruby Guthrie, University Report.
So how did he do on Jeopardy? Sarma can't say. Contestants sign contracts agreeing not to disclose that before the show airs. Sarma's will broadcast on April 6th. I got to check out the giant 2-story snowslide in St. Paul over the weekend. We'll give you a look in just a few moments.
After a week of temperature up and downs, find out what's coming up in your weekend forecast.
Because it was there. Because determination overcame distance.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Because the unsolvable was invitation enough. Why are we driven to discover? Because we can change the course of history. Because tomorrow's visionaries need focus today. At the University of Minnesota, with each student comes an opportunity to set their sights higher and to show them the way, so our graduates can shape the future and fulfill the dreams they haven't yet dreamt. Because renewable energy can sustain us all. Our students envision the sun powering homes on every block, wind-blown ideas launching entirely new economies, and fertile soils fueling cars and people alike, protecting the harmony between humanity and nature. Because self-expression can move 1,000 souls. Be it a song or a dance, a canvas or a poem, the arts are vital to the U of M experience, as are self-discovery and moments of sheer amazement. Because cancer can be conquered by targeting medicines, customizing treatments, and transplanting stem cells, incurable cancers can become survivable. Terminal can be redefined as treatable, and optimism can spread once again. Because human rights need champions. From classrooms in Minnesota to courtrooms in Uganda, assembling a collective voice for change allows dignity to return and extends human rights across the globe. Because clean water ensures quality of life. It's essential to the health of all nations, so we're studying models and molecules. We are committed to making clean water flow freely, from the headwaters of the Mississippi to the slums of Mumbai. we share the belief that anything is possible. Because at the University of Minnesota, discoveries unfold, breakthroughs happen, and history is forever changed.
The St. Paul Saints teamed up with the city to bring destination winner St. Paul to CHS Field this winter. I had a chance to visit over the weekend and see what they brought to the stadium. We're still a couple months away from when baseball can be played in Minnesota, yet people still have a reason to come to the home of the St. Paul Saints. The field is hosting a skating rink sponsored by Wells Fargo, where families and friends can come to skate for free between third base and home plate. On the second floor patio of the Securian Financial Club, kids and everyone else can slide down its super slide.
I'm going down the really big slide, and it's pretty fun so far. Only gone once. A lot of kids. Admittedly, we are not kids, but we're having fun anyway. Adults going on the slide.
The slide is 130 feet long and made of packed snow and wood. In the middle of February, skaters and sliders were treated to a blue and sunny day.
Yeah, it's really nice out. It's the first time in a while it's been this sunny, so we're really enjoying it.
The slide and skating rink offer a great opportunity for people to return to their local independent baseball field in the months when it can't host games. Destination winner St. Paul activities will be at CHS Field until February 22nd. Baseball returns to the stadium on May 19th.
It's time to find out what the weather has in store for us. Grace O'Neill joins us from the newsroom with the forecast. Grace, what's the deal?
Hey, Paige. So it has been a cold couple of days for sure, but I'm really excited to announce that we are going to be hitting that 40-degree mark this weekend. So after that Monday night snowfall heated up and kind of turned into slush, we dropped back down into those negative temperatures. So we have been seeing slick sidewalks for all of those student commutes. And so while these temperature ups and downs are very common for Minnesotans, cold snaps are actually becoming scarcer throughout the nation. So a cold snap is when there are 2 or more days that are below normal temperatures. So as we can see from this data collected by Climate Central, Minneapolis-St. Paul is on a downward trend for these cold snaps with about 4 fewer cold snap days per year on average than we had in 1970. And this is also continuing throughout the nation, these downward trends, indicating that we are having, more moderate to warm temperatures, especially in the fall and the spring. And we're right on track for it for this weekend. So let's hop into that weekend forecast. I'm so excited. We are going to be hitting that 40 on Saturday. And we're looking at a current temperature of around 25, but we might get up to about 36 today and definitely going to be seeing that sun. And then on Sunday, we are going to be adding a couple more clouds, high of 38, low of 21, a couple more clouds on Monday as well. We got that low of 25, but still looking at a high of 36. It's definitely still going to be good. Then on Tuesday, unfortunately, we do drop down a tiny bit. So we've got a high of 33, a low of 20, and a possible inch of snow. But don't let that possible inch of snow ruin your weekend. Definitely get out, have fun. We're going to be seeing a lot of snow, or a lot of sun out there.
Thanks, Grace. I'm sure we will.
See how students at the University of Minnesota are combating not only the cold, but the lack of daylight.
The Armory is a place that most students don't go to here at the University of Minnesota, but for ROTC students, it's a huge part of their college experience.
Because it was there. Because determination overcame distance.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Because the unsolvable was invitation enough. Why are we driven to discover? Because we can change the course of history. Because tomorrow's visionaries need focus today. At the University of Minnesota, with each student comes an opportunity to set their sights higher and to show them the way, so our graduates can shape the future and fulfill the dreams they haven't yet dreamt. Because renewable energy can sustain us all. Our students envision the sun powering homes on every block, wind-blown ideas launching entirely new economies, and fertile soils fueling cars and people alike, protecting the harmony between humanity and nature. Because self-expression can move 1,000 souls. Be it a song or a dance, a canvas or a poem, the arts are vital to the U of M experience, as are self-discovery and moments of sheer amazement. Because cancer can be conquered by targeting medicines, customizing treatments, and transplanting stem cells, incurable cancers can become survivable. Terminal can be redefined as treatable, and optimism can spread once again. Because human rights need champions. From classrooms in Minnesota to courtrooms in Uganda, assembling a collective voice for change allows dignity to return and extends human rights across the globe. Because clean water ensures quality of life. It's essential to the health of all nations, so we're studying models and molecules. We are committed to making clean water flow freely, from the headwaters of the Mississippi to the slums of Mumbai. We share the belief that anything is possible, because at the University of Minnesota, discoveries unfold, breakthroughs happen, and history is forever changed.
Every winter, Minnesotans not only have to combat the cold temperatures, but also the lack of vitamin D. Mackenzie Davis shows us how students at the U are getting an extra boost of sunshine during these dark months to help with a seasonal disorder.
Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is a form of depression that happens primarily during the winter months, with about 5% of adults in the U.S. being affected each year according to the American Psychiatric Association. Students on the University of Minnesota campus are proactive in finding ways to help treat the side effects of SAD, one of those being a therapy lamp, also referred to as a happy light.
Wake up in the morning and I turn it on and I just put it on me while I'm eating breakfast, and I notice my skin feels really nice under it, and I gravitate towards it, and so I've noticed that in the morning.
Light therapy is just one of the ways to help cure the symptoms of SAD, along with getting exercise, taking vitamin D, and consulting your doctor. However, light therapy doesn't work for everyone.
It doesn't seem like it's one size fits all at all.
One of the main causes of SAD is the lack of sunlight Americans see during the winter months, which leads to the upset of your body's internal clock and the decrease in serotonin levels. Therapy lamp has many benefits, however, it is more effective for some individuals.
Your circadian rhythm, and so that, in effect, can help, increase your mood, and then, give you more energy to exercise or, to feel productive, and then that's kind of a whole just, cycle of feeling better.
There is a 7-hour difference between the shortest day of the year in December and the longest day of the year in June in the Twin Cities.
Friends who just will go a week without seeing the sun, and so everybody has it, and I think it's just easy to combat, and I just wish people would look into really taking care of themselves during the winter.
Some symptoms of SAD include increased anxiety and appetite, trouble waking up in the morning, weight gain, and decreased interest in socializing. Mackenzie Davis, University Report.
You can check out a happy light at no cost through McGraw Library on the St. Paul campus. More information is on our website at z.umn.edu/universityreport.
College students aren't known for waking up early, but for one group on campus, it's a way of life. Samantha Boring woke up early to give us a glimpse of this lifestyle.
My name is Saren Tang. I'm a cadet in the University of Minnesota Reserve Officer Training Corps, and I am a third year in ROTC.
Like many students on campus, Tang is busy with classes, friends, and work, but he also has something extra on his plate.
I heard about ROTC through a couple friends of mine, and the financial benefits as well as the benefits to my career really interested me. So I started last year, and I came to really enjoy some of the aspects of ROTC.
So what does ROTC do for students?
Basically what that means is it's a program that takes students at the universities and converts them into and makes them into leaders to lead soldiers in the U.S. Army.
Training to become a leader in the military and balancing schoolwork on a tight schedule can be difficult, but it prepares students for their future.
With ROTC, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have to report to the armory at 6 o'clock, 6:20, and we do PT or physical training for about an hour.
On this particular morning, students were taking the PACER test to test their strengths. The hardest part of ROTC?
I think the biggest challenge is juggling regular school with ROTC commitment.
Tang joined ROTC to give back to his parents who immigrated to the United States for a new life.
The main things for me is this idea that I can go to school for free while also serving the country, and the financial benefits are amazing in ROTC, and I find that not only can I help the country, but I can also help my family who've sacrificed so much to come to the United States with this new opportunity.
With the 6 a.m. workouts and busy schedule, Tang fights through his college battles to prepare for his future to serve his country. Samantha Boring, University Report.
The U of M has 130 cadets in the Army program. The University of Minnesota also offers programs in the Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps through ROTC. 16 seniors in the design school showcase all their hard work from the past year.
Because it was there. Because determination overcame distance.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Because the unsolvable was invitation enough. Why are we driven to discover? Because we can change the course of history. Because tomorrow's visionaries need focus today. At the University of Minnesota, with each student comes an opportunity to set their sights higher and to show them the way, so our graduates can shape the future and fulfill the dreams they haven't yet dreamt. Because renewable energy can sustain us all. Our students envision the sun powering homes on every block, wind-blown ideas launching entirely new economies, and fertile soils fueling cars and people alike, protecting the harmony between humanity and nature. Because self-expression can move 1,000 souls. Be it a song or a dance, a canvas or a poem, the arts are vital to the U of M experience, as are self-discovery and moments of sheer amazement. Because cancer can be conquered by targeting medicines, customizing treatments, and transplanting stem cells, incurable cancers can become survivable. Terminal can be redefined as treatable, and optimism can spread once again. Because human rights need champions. From classrooms in Minnesota to courtrooms in Uganda, assembling a collective voice for change allows dignity to return and extends human rights across the globe. Because clean water ensures quality of life. It's essential to the health of all nations, so we're studying models and molecules. We are committed to making clean water flow freely, from the headwaters of the Mississippi to the slums of Mumbai. We share the belief that anything is possible, because at the University of Minnesota, discoveries unfold, breakthroughs happen, and history is forever changed.
Last Saturday, the College of Design held its annual senior fashion show. This year's theme was Amplified, and the designs were meant to push boundaries and create a more diverse runway. I got to check it out and see what the seniors created.
On February 15th, students in the College of Design spent their Saturday in class, but instead of learning, they were putting on a show. The College of Design's annual fashion show showcased designs by students in the program. There were some designs by sophomores and juniors, but the real highlight was the collections created by the 16 seniors.
It's nice because we're such a small program. We've all been in class together for 4 years, so we really know each other and we really know our own aesthetics and work ethics and work just like processes. So we've spent enough time together, I think, that we could really know how to help each other make the best possible pieces that we could, and I think we did.
The senior class worked together and started planning the show last year. They chose the theme Amplified to represent their unique design ideas. On the runway, their designs included skater boy clothes, Somali resort wear, and even masquerade costumes, all of which required a lot of time and creativity.
I have been working on this for, I think, 6 months. I started working on the concept last spring, and I started actually working on the collection in the fall, so September.
Each collection included 4 to 5 different looks. Designing them wasn't easy, but at the end of the day, the hard work was worth it.
Sometimes, the process of designing, you're kind of stuck and you might have a roadblock. But as I continued and really researching and ideating, I started to build more confidence, and just being able to see all my models and dressed in my own clothes, it really helped me felt confidence in myself.
This was the career that was going to make me happy. They're always like, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I'm doing what I love, and it's amazing.
If you would like to learn more about the senior designers, you can find a link to the fashion show's Instagram account on our website, z.umn.edu/University Report. Thanks for watching University Report. I'm Paige Freeman.
And I'm Jacob Gustin. We'll see you all next week.